After playing football in the field, he was thirsty. He ran to his grandfather's backyard. He saw an empty well. Jokingly he said, "I need cold chocolate." Instantly a fountain of cold chocolate erupted from the well. That's how Chidi found the magic well. Once in a small village called Okoto, nestled between green hills in Nigeria, lived a boy named Chidi. Chidi was known by everyone for two things: his massive belly and his never-ending hunger. While other children played football in the dust, Chidi was always looking for something to chew. He was greedy. If he had a loaf of bread, he would hide in the bush to eat it all alone so he wouldn't have to share a single crumb. One hot afternoon, Chidi wandered into his grandfather's house, searching for wild mangoes and water at the backyard. Instead, he found an old, stone well covered in bright green moss. Hungry as usual, he mumbled, "I wish I had a fountain of cold chocolate to drink." Suddenly, the water in the well bubbled. A fountain of chocolate erupted, with the richest, sweetest chocolate Chidi had ever seen. He couldn't drink it all. It tasted like heaven. He realized this wasn't an ordinary well, it was a wishing well. Chidi was greedy, but he was also clever. He thought, if I tell my parents, they will make me share. If I tell the village, they will take it. I will keep this for myself and become rich. Chidi saw the community lacked fresh and sweet milk. And it was in high demand, needed by young and old people. He had a plan. The well supplied him 100 liters of milk each day. He went to market and sold it. His milk tasted more sweeter and cheaper than what other market women sells. His parents asked him where he gets money from. He told them he sells milk in the market. He was very rude and arrogant because of how rich he became. Every morning before the sun rose, Chidi snuck into the forest with empty plastic jerrycans. He would whisper to the well, "Give me milk," and the well would provide. He began selling the milk at the big market in the next town. Because the milk was so delicious, people lined up for hours to buy it. He called it Chidi's Special Cream. The well supplied him 100 liters of milk each day. His milk tasted more sweeter and cheaper than other market women milk. His parents asked him where he gets money from. He told them he sells milk in the market. They asked him how did he start the business. Instead of explaining, he hissed and walked out on them. His instant wealth made him rude and arrogant. Within a month, Chidi had more money than he had ever seen. He hid the naira notes under his mattress and inside old shoes. Even though he was rich, he didn't buy his mother a new cloth or help his father fix the leaking roof. Instead, he bought meat pies, fried chicken, and cakes from the city, eating them secretly in his room at night. He grew even bigger, his cheeks puffing out like balloons. His parents were worried. "Chidi, where are you going every morning? Why are you getting so fat when we only eat Gary?" they asked. Chidi would just belch and say, "I am just growing, Mama. It is nature." One day, a wealthy businessman offered Chidi a huge amount of money for 500 gallons of milk in a single day. Chidi's eyes turned red with greed. He knew the well usually gave a few gallons at a time, but he wanted that big payday. He ran to the well and shouted, "I want all the milk. Give me everything you have right now." The well didn't bubble this time. It groaned. A deep, rumbling sound came from the earth. Chidi didn't listen. He began throwing stones into the well, screaming, "Give me my milk. I have a customer." Suddenly, the well erupted. But it wasn't milk that came out, it was sour, salty seawater. The pressure was so great that it burst the stone walls of the well. The salt water flooded the area, ruining the fertile soil and soaking Chidi's expensive clothes. Chidi ran home, crying and soaked. When he reached his room to grab his hidden money, he found that a heavy rainstorm had leaked through the broken roof his father hadn't been able to fix. His mattress was soaked, and all his hidden naira notes had turned into a soggy, moldy pulp. He had no milk, no well, no money, and no friends. His father found him crying over the wet money. Chidi had to confess everything. His father sighed and said, "A river that forgets its source will surely dry up. You were given a blessing, but you used it for greed." Chidi ended up working in a car wash stand to pay back the businessman he had disappointed. He was still a big boy, but he learned that a shared crust of bread is better than a hidden pot of gold.